What does an ancient Chinese philosopher have in common with modern computer simulation? And what do they both have to do with the core commandments of the world's greatest religions? Welcome to 21st Century Adulting. I am Travis, and I am here to tell you the answer to that question. The answer is a single fundamental insight into human nature. Cooperation is not just a moral ideal, it is a winning strategy. This idea, expressed as Ren by Confucius, is echoed in the Golden Rule and centuries later was mathematically proven by game theorists. This is the story of how philosophy, religion, and mathematics converge on a single essential truth. Ren is the heart of Confucianism. Often misunderstood in the West, Confucianism is not a religion in the traditional sense. It has no organized priesthood, no central deity, and no formal creation myth. Instead, it is a profound spiritual and social philosophy that has shaped the cultures of China, Korea, Japan, and Vietnam for millennia. Its primary concern is not the afterlife, but ethical living and social harmony in the here and now. At the absolute center of this philosophy is the concept of Ren. Ren is often translated as benevolence, humaneness, or human-heartedness, but no single English word truly captures it. The Chinese character itself offers the deepest insight. It is a composite of two other characters, person and tu. This is the core of the idea. Humaneness is not something you can be or practice alone in a room. It is a virtue that only exists in the relationship between two or more people. Ren is the deep, empathetic recognition of the other person's humanity and the desire to act in a way that respects and nurtures it. It is the foundation upon which all other Confucian virtues like righteousness, ritual propriety, and wisdom are built. For Confucius, a society where everyone practiced Ren would achieve perfect harmony, as people would naturally be considerate, respectful, and supportive of one another. It is, indeed, a universal ethic. This profound insight is not unique to Confucianism. Humanity seems to have independently discovered this core principle of reciprocal empathy across cultures and continents. In Confucianism, the most famous expression of Ren is a negative formulation known as the Silver Rule. When a disciple asked Confucius for a single word to live by, he replied, "Is not reciprocity such a word? Do not impose on others what you yourself do not desire." In Christianity, this mirrors the Golden Rule found in the New Testament, Matthew 7:12. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is almost the entire basis for the greatest commandment, Matthew 22:37-40, which Jesus states is to love your God, and equally to love your neighbor as yourself. In Islam, a core teaching from the Hadith states, "None of you truly believes until he wishes for his brother what he wishes for himself." In Hinduism, the epic Mahabharata provides a similar summary of duty. This is the sum of duty. Do not unto others which would cause you pain if done to you. From ancient China to the Middle East to India, the greatest thinkers all arrived at the same conclusion. The foundation of a good life and a just society is to use your own feelings as the standard for how you treat others. And now, the game theory of goodness. For centuries, this principle was a moral or spiritual statement. It was not simply the right thing to do. It was simply the right thing to do. But in the 20th century, the cold, hard logic of mathematics and computer science proved it was also the smartest thing to do. Enter game theory, the mathematical study of strategic decision-making. The most famous concept in game theory is the prisoner's dilemma. The scenario is this. Two gang members are arrested. The police don't have enough evidence to convict them on the main charge, only on a lesser charge. They are held in separate cells and cannot communicate. If both stay silent or cooperate with each other, they both get a light sentence. If one betrays the other and the other stays silent, The defector goes free, and the silent one gets a massive sentence. If both betray each other, they get a medium sentence. In a single one-time game, the logical choice is always to betray. No matter what the other person does, you're better off defecting. This leads to the worst-case collective outcome, where both betray and get 5 years, even though they could have both gotten just 1 year. But life is not a one-time game. We interact with the same people, our family, colleagues, and neighbors, repeatedly. This is an iterated prisoner's dilemma. In the 1980s, political scientist Robert Axelrod held a computer tournament to find the best strategy for this iterated game. He invited experts to submit programs that would compete against each other. The winning strategy, and the simplest, was called Tit-for-Tat, and its rules were: cooperate on the very first move. After that, do whatever your opponent did on the previous move. Tit-for-Tat won because it was nice. It started by cooperating, never being the first to defect. Retaliatory. It immediately punished a defection, preventing it from being exploited. Forgiving. As soon as the opponent cooperated again, it immediately forgave and went back to cooperating, restoring harmony. Clear. Its rules were simple, so other strategies could easily understand it and fall into a cooperative pattern. This is the brilliant synthesis. Tit-for-tat is the golden rule and run within an algorithm. It loves its neighbor by default, cooperating first. It does not impose what it does not desire. It only defects if defected upon. It is always ready to restore the relationship, reflecting the core human-heartedness of Ren. Confucius, Jesus, and the Prophet Muhammad told us what to do. Game theory shows us why it works. Ren and the Golden Rule are not just naive, idealistic dreams. They are the user's manual for humanity's most successful and logically sound survival strategy. They are the code for building a stable, prosperous, and harmonious society. That's all for today's show. Thank you for listening. The part I enjoy most about this show is knowing that people get something out of it, so please, like, comment, and subscribe. You can also head over to the About page on my site, adulting.media, to find out more. Once again, thanks for listening, and all the best.